Hey, what's going on? I'm Hero. You're probably used to hearing my voice rather than seeing my face and talking like this. I'm trying to get more comfortable making videos with my face in it. So there's 6 main things I want to talk about today, but there are chapters down below. So if you don't have time to watch the entire thing, have a skim through, but it really would mean the world to me if you could watch this video all the way through, because this is something I've spent the last 6 months putting together. And also, before we dive in, I just want to say a massive thank you for 3,500 subscribers. We're nearly at 4, I think, which is crazy. Honestly, it means so much to me to be able to wake up and see people reacting to the content that I'm creating. It's incredible, so thank you. Anyway, I hate long intros, so let's dive straight into the updates. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it on the table. All 6 categories are YouTube memberships, a Discord server, a Minecraft server, a store, a newsletter, and to wrap it all up, we've got an update on this YouTube channel, my second channel, and live streams. The reason I'm doing all this, by the way, is because I just want to focus on making content, having fun, making videos, and live streaming. So I'm setting up a bunch of pillars to help build a bit of a community, and I feel like the last 6 months that have gone into this are incredibly worth it. So let's start off with memberships. This is something that I've actually received quite a bit over the last couple of months as my channel's been growing. People have been saying that they want memberships active, and I've been able to do it since 1,000 subscribers, but I wanted to make it more worthwhile. Emotes and name highlights and things like that, it's okay, but I feel like if you're giving money to a creator, no matter how much you love them or how great their content is, you deserve to get something back for that, and that is what I've been working on with all of this put together. So I'm reading off a list of perks you will get when becoming a member on YouTube, and one of the biggest perks is access to a private Minecraft server co-hosted between me and an incredible VTuber named Nicholas Wraith, 50% off all digital products, and free shipping on apparel throughout my entire store. You get VIP roles in the Discord, which entitles you to a bunch of really cool stuff. You automatically get entered into monthly giveaways if you're inside Discord as well. The only reason for being in Discord for that is because YouTube is weird about giveaways and hard to verify whether or not I actually gave stuff away or I'm just doing it for clout. So if you become a member, join the Discord, even if it's just for the Minecraft stuff, you automatically get entered to win Steam games, Amazon gift cards, you name it. It's really, really cool. And of course, you get the traditional stuff on YouTube, which is emotes and name highlights and all that good stuff. So there you go. For everybody who has been asking for memberships, they are there, they are active, and if you want to help support the channel, everything gets reinvested back into the channel, into the Minecraft server, into the community, and obviously helps fund the giveaways. So if anything, you're just boosting your own chances. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the Discord server. I've actually had this thing up and running for a while, but I've kind of been thinking about how to integrate everything and get people from YouTube into Discord and make it worthwhile. So not only is Discord going to be a great place to stay up to date with my content and things like that, but I wanted to act as a hub for this community, people who really either love my content or they want to play on the Minecraft server with other members of the community. So we've got everything running through Discord, and I love how it's all working out. There's a couple of things I need to tweak and adjust, but I think it's pretty cool. Come inside the server, let's have a chat, let's talk about life, let's talk about games. I'm there for it. Okay, so now I want to talk about the Minecraft server, and I'm actually going to jump on and show you some bits in a second. I should probably preface 2 things. Number 1 is I spent like 4 months working on all the designs, making it all look amazing, and then I accidentally messed with the server files, and I kind of destroyed everything that I made, but I learned a lot of stuff from that, and that is now part of the server 2.0, as it were. It's a lot more minimal than I would have liked for a launch per se, but I've put it together in like a week, and I'm very excited to see where it goes in the future as we build on things again as a community. Okay, let's dive into the server and check out what we've got so far. Alright, so here we are. We are in the wonderful world of the hero's journey. I think that's the name we're running with. May change. Like I said, this has all been put together in a week. There are going to be a bunch of updates and events and things like that going on. But anyway, as you come in, you got a couple of basic plugins like the holographic text and things like that, which is kind of nice. I've originally wanted a plugin free server, and then I started seeing the opportunities that it presented like this. This is the community hub. And what's really cool about the server, and I really am excited to see how this expands, is the fact that there are, oh my god, what are you doing, bro? I'm glad I'm in creative. So there are actually 3 worlds in this server. You have the main overworld, which is just go out, explore, build your base, protect it from other people, and play it as you normally would on a survival let's play. And this is where all the events and things are going to be happening, which I'll talk about more in a little bit. But then say you want to grief a little bit, maybe you're a little bit cheeky and you feel like pushing the boundaries, as it were. Let me introduce the wilderness world. So all you have to do is walk through this portal and you'll be transported to a completely separate world that gets reset every single month. So that may mean that one month you spawn spawn here in a nice icy biome, and then the next month you come in to check, maybe you haven't played in a while, and all of a sudden you're in a jungle. The idea of the wilderness is essentially two things. One, that you can do whatever you want in this world, TNT, blow things up, as long as it doesn't crash the server or make it lag, you can do it. And also be aware that when you enter the wilderness, you can kill any other player, you can destroy any other base, so I strongly suggest that you do not enter this world unless you're prepared to lose things, and make sure you bring some decent armor and weaponry. I'm going to leave that for you to explore, but as we come back into the main overworld... Oh god! I didn't see that coming. That's something I forgot to tell you, by the way. Your inventories between the survival and the wilderness worlds are linked, so whatever resources you gather in the wilderness you can bring back. But at the same time, if you've got some really good gear in survival and you go into the wilderness, you are risking losing it to PvP. This world, however, gives you a completely different inventory, and it is, of course, a creative world. So when you enter, you'll automatically be put into creative mode, and you'll go back into survival when you go through the spawn. Again, this is all very bare bones. The builds are going to get better as time goes on. But you have designated plots where you can build pretty much whatever you want. Larger plots over here, and then this area behind the spawn, you're free to do whatever you want here. Just go crazy. Again, just don't be a dick and interfere with other people's builds. So that's it for the creative world. And then the final thing that I want to talk about. So this is one of our NPCs, and you can actually right click him and you'll be given a quest. So if we type yes in chat, you'll be given a quest like so, called Baby Steps, and the objective is very simple for this one, to deliver a carrot. Now, I know that up here there are some carrots, so let's just grab one of these. Now, I know that there are some carrots up here, so let's grab one of these, head back down to this little fella, trade with him, and then you'll gain access to his store for completing the quest. And if you look in chat right now, you'll see that you actually get quest points, you get items, money. We have an entire currency system in this game. There are some bugs that I need to work out, because Link keeps telling me who he is. I know, dude, I know, I get it. So that's pretty much it for the Minecraft server. I will go into more detail about it soon, but it is live now for all members if you want to jump on. And like I said, I'm co-hosting this with the incredible Nicholas Wraith, who is a VTuber, a live streamer, one of the best, most entertaining personalities I've ever met in the gaming space. So if you're unfamiliar with my content, by all means, feel free to go and subscribe to Nick on Twitch. And yet again, you will gain access to this server. We're working out how to manage it all together, and I think it's going to be one hell of a good journey. Okay, so that's 3 out of 6 updates. This is going to be one hell of a long video. I'm going to try and speed it up as quickly as I can. The next thing I want to talk about is something I'm so excited for so many reasons. I've spent months on this. I have officially opened a store, and I'm not talking about just a bog standard merch thing where you can buy. No. There is apparel on there if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, but I really want to dial in to helping other content creators like you and me. If you make videos, if you live stream, I've already got 3,500 resources available in my newsletter, which we're going to talk about in a second. But resources and assets and digital products, that is where my head is going to be at with the store. So let's take a look. Oh, dude, it's finally here. Okay, so a lot of this stuff I've been working on for a very, very long period of time, and I'm so proud of what we've achieved and of course where it's going to go in the future. But there's like 3 or 4 things on here that I really want to talk about, so let's start with the digital products. This one right here is my essential preset pack for Premiere Pro. So everything you have seen in this video, from text to transitions to overlays, zoom ins, crops, all that kind of stuff, it's in this pack. I weirdly get complimented quite a bit on my editing style, so I figured I may as well give you guys the opportunity to be able to learn from the way that I do things. If there's one thing you check out on this site, I want you to check out this thing, because I spend so much time meticulously making every single keyframe correct. Like, it's fine if it's me, I could just correct it later on, but if I'm putting it up for sale, I really want to make it worth your while. And this one over here is this animation right here. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. But you're not just buying a single animation like you would on some other sites. This is essentially one animation style, but then you can customize every single element of it, from the username to the subscriber count to the profile picture. It's got a light theme and a dark theme. It's got a rainbow outline because YouTube updated a new thing. So if I say subscribe, the subscribe button should have just glowed. If it didn't, then I broke something. I'm going to be making a bunch of these for different social media platforms, different versions and animations. Like I said, my main focus is the digital stuff and any YouTube members or members through the site, because you can actually become a member here and pay the same price you would on YouTube. The difference is that I actually get a lot more of the cut. YouTube takes 30%, whereas the people that host my site only take 5%. So not only does it help me, but regardless of whether you become a member on YouTube or the site or through Twitch, whenever I actually unlock that, you get 50% off all digital stuff. So this $20 pack, which I think is worth more than that as it is, then becomes $10 to you. If I put up a pack that's worth $200, you pay for a £5 membership, you then get the $200 pack for $100 and save $95 if you were going to pay for that thing in the first place. I'm not a businessman. I think that's probably a terrible move in terms of money, but I love you guys. I want to give back. Then as we scroll down, there are some apparel options, and I'm really proud of how some of these turned out, particularly this one. I'm not going to spend too long on these, but believe me when I say these are amazing. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that the company that hosts my clothing and makes my clothing actually host people like MKBHD, Philip DeFranco, New York Magazine. Like, I didn't just want to go with some random company that would print something and send it off and not care about the quality. Like, this is the place to be. You have to go through a whole application process just to get accepted for this place. I don't know why they accepted me, but Fourth Wall, thank you. Oh, I know this guy. He's on TikTok. That's pretty cool. So we have two quote-unquote drops. We have the minimal stuff, which is this kind of thing right here, which is very, very simple. It's just an embroidered logo, so you don't have to worry about prints fading and things like that. It's got a couple of different colors, and this is honestly for people who love the minimal aesthetic while also wanting to support me as a creator. I really love how this kind of stuff turned out. We've got a polo top, which I love wearing personally. I know that a lot of people are, and you don't really see many polo tops for merch. And as you can see, I love wearing caps, so I had to go and make one. Again, it's something I would wear, but if anybody else wants to grab one, they are available on the store right now. That leads me in to this one. This is the Dragon Samurai hoodie, and I am in love with this. If you think I could design something like this, you are crazy. I actually got in touch with an incredible artist. I think he's from the Philippines. He doesn't know I'm pretty much giving him a plug, by the way, but this is his Instagram page. He has some remarkable stuff. He's got so many different styles as well, which I think was kind of unique. But if we scroll down a little bit, this is the kind of stuff that really started capturing my attention. The sketch work and like the comic book stuff. Then he kind of dives into anime, like really intricate details on all this kind of stuff. Dude, this is mind-blowing to me as somebody who doesn't know how to draw to save my life. I can draw stickmen. That's the extent of what I can do. Like, dude, how do you do this? This is mind-blowing to me. So when I reached out to him, I told him that I love Japanese themes and gave him like a rough kind of thing to go off. And this was the first thing that he came up with. And I told him just to run with it, perfect it, do whatever he needed. He then came back at me with this incredible like inked black and white version, which maybe we'll do a drop of this at some point. And then one thing led to another, and we have this. Dude, I'm so proud that I can say that although I didn't create the artist is incredible, and it has been an honor and a privilege being able to work with somebody at this caliber. So you may be thinking, why is this one more expensive than this one? And there's a couple of reasons. First of all, the guy that made the art, he deserves a cut of every single sale that I make. I think that's only fair. He did an amazing job. Plus, these are all super premium prints, which means they're not going to fade as you wash them. Whereas these ones, they don't have prints. They are embroidered. Okay, so fun fact, I've actually been recording this video for like an hour and 10 minutes because there is so much to get through. We got two more things and they're pretty quick, so I'll kind of speed run them. This is my newsletter. Like I said, I've been running it for 3 months now. It has been an incredible experience. I love writing, and I feel like I've kind of learned a lot along the way of making engaging content through text rather than video. I really want you guys to sign up for this. It's 100% free. There's no cost, no charge ever. Every single Monday you will get an email sent to you, and it will contain a little bit of a blurb about what I've been up to during the week, and then we'll move on to upcoming changes and announcements. So if you had actually been a member of this newsletter, you would have known about all of these updates for the past couple of months. But for those of you who aren't really interested in me as a person, it's completely understandable. I don't judge you. As we scroll further down in the newsletter, I've actually got a full recap of all the biggest topics this week. Then we start moving on to all of my stuff for the content creators, such as upcoming trends. So for instance, Hogwarts Legacy was coming out on Nintendo Switch on the 14th. So if you had seen my newsletter or you weren't too sure about what was happening that week, you could have prepared some stuff ahead of time, like thumbnails or whatever. And every single week I try to keep you posted on what is going to be happening the following week. And then we have a highlighted content creator of the week. So if you have a channel that you want me to shout out, I'm happy to do so. Got some sales and coupons. some of these are affiliate links, some of these aren't, but they're all really, really good. Like this one, it's 100% free. You can just click it and claim something. It takes you to Nerd or Die, one of my favorite overlay providers. And you could have actually got this really awesome goal widget for your live streams absolutely free. But of course, you missed out on that because you weren't subscribed to the newsletter. And then you finally get to the thing that I'm most proud of, the creator resources. Now, I've spent the last 3 months building, creating, and curating assets that are 100% free to use for YouTube. There's no copyright issues or anything. So when you click the link, you'll be presented with a couple of options. And like I said, I update this every single week and add anywhere from 50 to 200 resources in a single week. Let's try out sound effects to begin with, because this is probably the one that I'm most familiar with making videos. You have category after category of stuff that you can use in all of your videos. There are hundreds of Minecraft pictures ready for you to turn into thumbnails. Spider-Man 2, which we are currently playing on stream. Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Then for my fellow content creators, we have a bunch of PNGs and overlays. So we've got some speed lines and things like that. We've got a bunch of different arrows, comic book effects, CTAs, overlays, and anime effects. This thing just goes on for ages. Social media stuff, like this list is endless, dude. For anybody who's actually got to this point in the video, it's worth mentioning that if you subscribe to the newsletter, I'm actually going to be giving away some gift cards and Steam games at some point in the future. So please go and subscribe to that. I would love it if you could. So all that's left is to talk about some of the YouTube updates. And honestly, there's nothing major going on here. The past couple of months, I've been doing some bits and bobs as a freelance video editor. And as much as I enjoyed that, it started having an impact on my health. For those of you who don't know, I do suffer from disabilities and a couple of other issues. Not a big deal. But the moral of the story is I've actually taken a break from video editing for clients, and I'm actually 100% going into YouTube and investing everything I have into this channel. But I'm doing it in a way that means I can just make fun content. I've taken 2 weeks off up until today when this video goes out, but prior to that I had 6 months of uploading every single Saturday, and that accumulated over 3 million views on the channel in just over 6 months, which to me is mind-blowing. And I want to just focus on having fun and building an audience here. So not only will the Saturday videos be continuing, the tutorials and the guides and things like that, but I'm also going to be doing a lot more live streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. When I stream on YouTube, I typically only ever play Let's Plays, because that way people may want to watch them back as a VOD, whereas on Twitch, I like to play Minecraft and Fortnite and just games that would be fun for me to play. And I think that's going to really show in my videos as I start playing more games that are just fun to play rather than focusing on tutorials and guides. That stuff is still going to be there, but at the same time, I want to be able to really be present and build a community, and I feel like that's hard to do when I'm just trying to teach people things. I want to start making like funny montages from moments that we've had in the stream together, or play some games that I think maybe nobody's ever heard of. But that's pretty much it for me. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm knackered. I'm going to wake up in 2 hours, sort my kids out, and then start editing this thing. Thank you if you've sat and watched this entire thing. I'm going to try and trim it up and make it as interesting as possible. But for now, I love your faces. You're amazing and beautiful, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.